Diablo 4 strange new updates have fans in an uproar, big patch requests being ignored, and more. This is very interesting. I can't wait to see what this contains, because last I knew, they were pretty much listening to the audience in every single way. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here.
All right, so yes, a lot going on today. A barbarian data mine details how the barbarian either had a different gameplay style entirely, or that this could be something that is upcoming. And the official Diablo social media team posted this right here. It has everyone in the community talking what exactly is going on here. And Blizzard developing a crisis map according to a producer from Blizzard because of a large amount of people apparently leaving the company. How does this affect Diablo 4, if at all? We'll talk about it. And there's one major huge patch request that Blizzard is not addressing at all. This could be a huge drastic change to the game for the better, and in my opinion, it must make it into the game. We will talk about that as well, but let's get straight into this.
Absolutely.
Talking about this one right here, it goes on to say this. It says, in Diablo 4, the HORADRIM are returning, and I was like, wait, what is this? It had quite a bit of upvotes, one of the most discussed things going on right now within Diablo 4 community. And then there was another post about it, which also piqued my interest. So this right here, let me scroll up, possible new class. And if you look at the origin of this, it comes from the Diablo social team. It says the HORADRIM, once the most powerful order of mages who protected Sanctuary, now a shadow of...
I really could care. I mean, yeah, this might be a good class. I don't know. I'm not sure. Who knows, right? I really want to see, like I said, a paladin get in the game. So I hope this isn't the secret class that they were talking about.
Their former selves, but there are whispers they may rise again. Notice the hashtag is Diablo 4. That is extremely critical as we get into this. However, you know the Diablo 4 community, they are very resourceful, and they did some investigating. So check it out right here. It says, image reverse suggests this is Diablo Immortal concept art. And yeah, if you go to Wowhead, we do have this.
That doesn't mean they wouldn't. That doesn't mean they wouldn't use it in another game, though. If it was just concept art for maybe a prior project, could mean that they maybe decided not to use that, and they're going to use it on this project.
HORADRIM cosmetic armor preview for all Diablo Immortal classes. This was posted in 2022, though, as you can see right here. So why in the world, though, would the Instagram for Diablo post this right here, but also notably use the Diablo 4 hashtag? That is extremely important, the hashtag right there. If it is a mistake, that's a pretty big mistake, but people were also calling that out, saying, hey, yo, why in the world did they tag Diablo 4 misleading? Someone responded saying maybe it has something to do with the game, even if the art isn't from it or they used the wrong tag. It could also be a reference to a crossover event happening in Diablo Immortal, kind of celebrating the launch of Diablo 4. That is a
that could be possible too,
and the most likely answer. And then, of course, the extreme speculation of this is that this could be a tease to a new class, but I think that's a bit much. I don't want to go that far with the speculation because we've heard so much with leaks and speculation for a new class. And if you missed it, you have to remember that they are doing a World of Warcraft Diablo 4 crossover event as well. So you can see crossover events are very much a thing. If you don't know about this, check it out. It goes on to describe it as the following. However, a more recent build of the PTR has now given players exact dates when to expect this crossover. The event is actually split into two separate activities, the first being a greedy emissary. From May 25th through June 13th, players can hunt down the treasure goblins to earn special cosmetic rewards. Now, part 2, Welcome to Sanctuary, begins on June 15th and runs through July 10th. The segment gives players a 50% experience boost and an 8% buff to reputation gains, except for the new Loam Niffin Renown faction from the Embers of the Netharian. So you can see there in World of Warcraft, it looks like they are going to be doing their own Diablo 4 themed events with rewards. It only makes sense that Blizzard would be using their existing gaming platforms, I guess you would call them, to really celebrate and advertise and market their brand new game.
It's exactly what any company should do. That's smart marketing.
So that's what I'm looking at according to this recent post from Blizzard and the Diablo social media team. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about barbarians, because yes, there was a fairly recent data mine that discovered something very cool about the barbarians. Check it out. It says Blizzard may have tried barbarians with shields. I was looking at some of the data mined info and I stumbled upon this. It is likely it is outdated, but now I kind of want the option. Sad emoticon face. And you can see here how it describes barbarian weapon expertise shield technique. Now, of course, this could be an old element of the barbarian that was scratched, and then they were like, hey, you know what? Let's reserve shields for an entirely new class like the paladin. Or they could actually add this into the game eventually. Why do I say that, though? Because recently, the dev team has been very, very open about the idea that, yes, they do want to continuously update the current classes that are in the game, that they don't just plan to release the game and abandon them. They want to add new skills, new passives, and then further flesh them out as time goes on. So the likelihood of a barbarian actually getting a shield down the road is, in my opinion, pretty high, even if the paladin does release. But this is how I expect it to go down. I expect us to first and foremost get a shield class to ensure that he is unique, and then eventually they might work their way and say, hey, check this out, barbarians also get the option to carry around a shield. So that's my assessment on how things could potentially go down. So let's talk about some controversy going on around Blizzard. This is the headline right here. It says, Blizzard producer claims studio is creating crisis maps as more employees depart. Yikes, that does not sound good, but does it even affect Diablo 4? We'll get into it. It says a producer at Blizzard has taken to Twitter to express frustration at a series of departures from the World of Warcraft studio, saying the team is making crisis maps of what they can and cannot ship due to so many employees leaving. This is not a good situation.
That's not good for any situation at Blizzard, because I'm sure it affects some of the games we play, right?
At all. You got to remember that this is a producer, okay? This is someone that has worked their way up to a very big role in the Blizzard scene. Now, furthermore, it goes on to say this. In a thread earlier this week, Adam Loxigrav lamented that they had lost another person this week, saying that Blizzard is losing amazing talent because someone in power doesn't listen to the game directors who make his products. So yeah, Activision and Blizzard, they've always had problems, crunch, overworking, and now this. But how in the world does this affect Diablo 4? That's the big question. Well,
that is a good question.
Did we get this right here from Osmongold, who reacted to a YouTuber saying that Diablo 4 is being rushed out unfinished according to insider sources at Blizzard. Is it true? I don't know. Based on what is happening right now with Diablo 4, with the most recent dev live stream, patch notes, and that sort of thing, I have been overwhelmingly impressed by how they have been responding to the community. So
yeah, they've been seeing like they're doing a really good job keeping up with the audience and everybody who's going to play the game, right? And just taking everyone's advice or notes or feedback and just making implementations and changes to the current state of the game. I don't see exactly how it's going to be rushed and neglected in any sort of manner like this. So I don't know if that's going to be true or not.
So far, and to think they're also doing this upcoming Server Slam weekend, another essential beta test, that's huge. It doesn't feel like this is being super rushed, of course. They're really fine-tuning the experience, and they have a good plan in place. And from my experience, my personal experience with the game, I love it so far. So yeah, a lot of this news about problems at Activision and Blizzard so far, okay, so far being the key words, really hasn't affected Diablo 4 too much, at least from what I am seeing right now. But we'll see if it creeps its way to Diablo 4 eventually. That's the concern. All right, so we got to talk about one of the most requested changes that we have yet to see Blizzard implement into Diablo 4, and that is this one right here. It says, no change to world bosses, no level restrictions. I am seriously shocked at this after reading the developer notes. There was no mention of them making the event restricted to level 20s only. Hell, even level 18 plus would be nice. I seriously think it's very toxic to see a bunch of level 14s running around a level 20 boss. I personally have had a few failed.
I mean, to be honest, if you're a level 14 running around a level 20 boss and you feel like you can take that on, then let you try it by all means. But I don't think that's like I don't really see that being a huge issue, right?
Attempts at this boss due to low level characters showing up. It doesn't set a base for friendly interaction between players, and if people, have limited time to play the game and get to see the boss maybe once a day, come on, Blizz, you need to implement this. I think it's very important.
That's also a really good point. So maybe I take back what I said there. I don't know.
And I wholeheartedly agree. And he brings up a great point, by the way, about there being some level of hostility between higher level players and then low level players when entering a world boss. Of course,
I could see
it's gonna
that.
be naturally that way. If you're really, really serious about defeating this world boss, it just only makes sense to have some sort of level requirement for entering this boss battle. I don't know if it should be 5 levels less than the boss, because right now we're heading into the Server Slam weekend in a couple of weeks, and they are going to have quite a challenge. We're going to be 5 levels less than Ashava here. So it seems like Blizzard knows that this is the bare minimum for kind of defeating Ashava, it seems, as a group. So I think they should start there at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that, actually. That does sound like something they should implement, actually, after he said what he said there about the world bosses. But yeah, it's kind of strange how some people are saying they feel like the game might be getting rushed and how they're ignoring patch requests. Oh, the patch request was for the boss. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see that at all. I see the opposite, actually, with this game. And I've been fairly impressed with how they're interacting with the audience and feedback. So I don't know about that one. Hey guys, if you like the video, make sure you head over to the page, hit that like button, scroll over, smash that subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified for future video drops. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.